talk about. So one of the biggest things that we think about just in doing these movements. So when you're doing kind of push-pull sets, we really want to think about like alternating moves. So we're doing a push press in a vertical plane going overhead, and then we're doing the same pressing movement, but we're pushing down when we're doing the dips, right? And then just in the way that we're designed, in the way that our shoulder moves through space, a lot of times people associate dips with either chest or triceps, but those are not the key movers in any of it. It's a shoulder thing first. So we always want to be thinking about big joint to small joint. And if you think about this as a tricep movement, it's really easy to get into a position where you prioritize the elbow first, and you have this like really straight up and down torso. That's because your elbow moves first, the shoulder doesn't move at all, and now you're just kind of like flexing your tricep. It's going to jack your elbow up, and it hurts really bad after a while. It's like golfer elbow central. The other thing that we see is like having a weak chest or not having a strong enough anterior shoulder, front shoulder position, front delts, is when we get into this position, the elbow starts to flare out and we internally rotate in our shoulder. And the reason that happens is, one, we have a weak chest when we start to pull, and then your body's always going to have this like checklist from most optimal musculature to the next most optimal to the next most optimal, and that's when injuries start to occur, when your primary movers no longer are doing most of the work and your body starts to bump down the checklist because of poor movement patterns. So when the elbow flares out, we internally rotate the shoulder, and now all of a sudden this pressing motion is not using the big muscles that we're supposed to in the pec and in the shoulder, whereas if that elbow tracks back in the very first movement we do is getting forward, where we're here and it's forward and down, the elbows should track into the body. The pec is going to get a big push at the bottom, and then the tricep finishes out at the top. So above this 90-degree angle is tricep, below is going to be the big mover in the pec, and that's how the whole system works together around the shoulder. The pec is going to insert into the shoulder, the tricep inserts into the lat of the shoulder, and that's how you have a joint that is fully functional, where you don't start to risk injury by doing additional reps and adding weight to the bar. Let's do guys. 6 on this one. There. Looks so great.
Thanks for all that rest.
You like that? I can talk more. All right? Is that 8?
Sounds 8.
That's making it hard. Ah.